Financial planning is an important skill to develop if you want to be successful in life. It's easy to fall into bad habits and make mistakes that can have long-term consequences. In this video, we'll discuss the 7 deadly sins of money management and how to avoid them. The 7 deadly sins of money management are a list of costly mistakes people make commonly while managing their finances. Overcoming these sins can be difficult, but it is important to start by identifying where you are currently making mistakes and making changes. Taking steps to address the 7 deadly sins of money management can help protect your finances from costly errors. Overspending. Overspending is perhaps the most common mistake people make when managing their finances. This could involve going over budget or purchases, or simply spending more money than they have. Not budgeting or tracking expenses can be a major contributor to overspending and can be avoided by creating a plan for the future and monitoring spending patterns. To avoid this financial pitfall, it's important to create a budget and track expenses. Doing so will help you stay on top of your spending patterns, allowing you to make sound decisions about how to best manage your money. Pride and greed. Pride can be a real issue when it comes to money management, especially if it causes you to overspend and underestimate expenses. Greed causes people to take advantage of non-essential savings and investments that have excessive fees. Pride often leads to buying items we can't afford or luxury purchases that put a strain on our budget. To avoid these kind of issues, it's important to understand what your financial limits are and stick to them. Setting a budget and tracking spending can help you stay on track and avoid making mistakes due to prideful spending. Underestimating expenses can be equally problematic since it leads to not having enough money on hand to cover unexpected bills or purchases and needing to turn to credit or other sources of funding to pay them. Greed can lead to buying more than what is necessary, with money that could be better used elsewhere. Lust, impulse shopping, and consumerism. Lust for material goods can be an alluring trap, leading people to impulse shop or fall into consumerism. Impulse shopping can lead to accumulating too much debt or not having enough saved away for the future, both of which can have negative financial impacts. To prevent impulse shopping and consumerism from taking their toll on your finances, it's important to assess your needs versus your wants and ask yourself if you truly need something before purchasing it. Sloth, procrastination, and neglecting savings. Procrastination and neglecting savings can lead to a lack of financial security and a lack of resources when needed most. So it's important to be diligent about budgeting and saving for future financial goals. This can help prevent costly debt and having to depend on credit cards or other expensive forms of financing. The consequences of procrastination and neglecting savings can range from higher credit card interest rates to late fees on bills, as well as putting you at risk for retirement shortfalls and missing out on important investments. To combat sloth, it is important to be proactive with your money management. Plan, set goals, and prioritize your financial wellness. This includes setting aside an emergency fund, creating a budget and sticking to it, paying bills on time, taking advantage of employer match savings plans, investing in retirement accounts such as 401ks or IRAs, and considering options such as fee-only financial advisors for the more complex decisions. Envy, making unnecessary comparisons. Comparing yourself to others can lead to reckless spending and a misguided sense of what you need. Often we think we need the latest gadgets, extravagant holidays, and the best new car, when in reality we can live very comfortably without them. It is important to remind yourself that you don't need to keep up with the Joneses. Everyone has different means and different goals, and it's okay to be comfortable with your finances where possible. It's important to remember that everyone has unique financial situations and circumstances, so comparing yourself to others won't provide a full picture of your worth or success. Wrath, making poor investment decisions. When people make poor investment decisions driven by their anger and frustration, they end up losing more money than they intended. Making emotional investment decisions can lead to buying high and selling low, incurring unnecessary losses that could have been avoided had the emotions been taken out of it. To prevent financial losses due to wrath-driven investment decisions, it is important to plan investments judiciously rather than making hasty and impulsive judgments. Gluttony, accumulating debt unnecessarily. Gluttony is the sin of accumulating debt unnecessarily, and it's something that should be avoided. Money management can be a daunting task, and many people easily fall into the trap of spending more than they make and over-leveraging their finances. To avoid gluttony, it's important to create a budget that allows us to keep our debts in check and limit unnecessary purchases. However, Understanding and managing our money wisely is key to lasting financial stability. Taking the time to assess our financial habits and approach money management with intention and education can help us find the path to achieving our long-term financial goals. Making conscious decisions and seeking professional advice are both important steps for helping us create a stable financial future. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe.